Okay, hey everybody, we're giving everybody a few minutes to just jump in. This is the Creative Weekly, and this is episode 8. I'm your host, Randy Richards, and this is the lovely
Victoria Taylor.
And we're just giving our persons a few minutes to jump in. And if you're new to here, we talk about stuff for creatives every week.
Yes.
We leave tips for creatives, professionals, freelancers, and entrepreneurs, solopreneurs. Just different tips from our perspective about what we think and our advices. Yeah.
Every week we give tips by creatives for creatives on how they can better themselves and their work.
Yeah, and so just to remind you guys that it's a very interactive live. We like when you guys ask questions and jump in, and so feel free to ask questions. There's a little question marker down right, a little comment box beside it. You should see it. If you're not seeing it, then you should be following me or Victoria to be able to see it. I would like for you to do that so that we can see the questions and have them pop up on the screens when we're ready to talk. And then also remember to check out our YouTube, The Creative Weekly. We have 3 episodes up. 2 of them are actual videos from last week and the week before. So that was the money talk, the money walk, and
your focus.
There you go. So make sure you guys check that out for past content. We have our podcast is up already. It's at anchor.fm/The Creative Weekly, and it's on Spotify currently, and we're working on getting it on Apple and Google and all the other popular podcast platforms. So this week we are talking about creatives that read. We're talking about reading, why you need to read, what, all of them something that, we've been talking about books for the last couple of weeks, and you're going to learn a day. So, yeah, that's where we are. So we have a few people in, we have 9 persons in, jumping in and out, but we're going to start shortly. But before that, our wine sponsor for this week is
Barefoot.
There you go, Barefoot.
I know, guys, Barefoot.
Yeah, we know.
Sweet red blend from California. And we decided to be very objective. So we're going to try all wines. If you guys have some wine recommendations for us or a sponsor, feel free to reach out to the Creative Weekly.
Perfect. Yeah, so, let me grab the glass. 1 second, guys. Wine on a Friday, because why not, guys? No, because wine not. That was a punny joke. Yeah. All right. It was stupid. I know, guys. Don't laugh after me. Oh, something that says Pasca. Pasca? Is that how you pronounce it?
Pasca?
Yeah, Pasqua. All right, cool. Man, if you put a little more upon this, G.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. It's a 1 hour talk for it. I'm a short can't try. Oh, not so much.
You said you wanted wine.
Not this much. Jesus. Anyways.
Apologies, dripped a little bit on the sofa.
All right.
How does it taste? Oh, salud.
Salud.
We're not savages.
There you go. All right, so we're almost ready to talk. And okay, where's my glass over there? So yeah, welcome everybody. We're looking for some of our regulars. We don't see them jump in. Hi Daniel. Hey Aya. Sespo Wagwan. Shalamark Photography. I don't know who that is. Goddess Kills. Sam Keku. See that? Shalamark.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Cool.
Hi Cal.
Hey Trem. Okay, yeah, and also before we start, the last thing is we have a book giveaway currently running.
2 books for 2 people.
2 books. We have 2 books for 2 persons given away. This week we're giving away the what's the word we're giving away again?
We're giving away Show Your Work, and we're also giving away the Damn Good Advice for Creative People. Yeah. And these are 2 books for if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a creative entrepreneur, they're perfect. We're giving 2 books to 2 people, so it's really easy to enter. Go to the Creative Weekly on Instagram, and you're gonna see the post. It's easy to enter, and we're gonna pick the winner next week, Friday, and we're gonna ship it to them. You don't have to pay for shipping. You just have to pick up your book or deliver it to your book. So social distancing will be perfectly fine, and it's open to internationals too if you are internationally located.
Okay, so make sure you go to the Creative Weekly, follow the page, and
like
tag
a
friend on that post. Question: does each friend that they tag is a entry? Additional entry?
Each tag is an entry.
Yeah, so tag multiple friends, get multiple entries, and we're going to be drawing live. We'll do a random raffle where we're punching all of the entries, and you guys can see who wins right there on Creative Weekly.
Yeah, we'll announce it May 1st.
Could you pull your mic a little closer? So we'll announce it on May 1st. Ooh, yeah. Let me help you with that. Yeah, good.
So we'll announce it May 1st. during the TCW Creative Live. So if you want to know who wins, you have to join the live.
All right, so there we go. So let's jump right in. Baby Mango friend, bless up. Bless up, Fabian. All right, so let's talk about. So remember, the topic for this week is creatives that read. You're going to learn today. So we're talking about why reading and why reading is important. The first thing is, I'd like to ask you, Victoria, why should we read books? Why is reading important? We start and we go to school. Our mother tell we book, pressure book. Teacher telling us to read all the time. You know, why should we read? Why is it important? Why we can't just watch TV and YouTube videos all the time?
Why should we read? Very simply because I saw that a millionaire said this once. He said, all the secrets are in books. Nothing is ever truly hidden. They're just in books. And if you realize, a lot of people, when they leave high school, even in college, we don't read. And if you notice, most of the most successful people in the world, they're people who read. Reading is an essential habit. It's not an option. It's something that they do that helps them to get better, because we can't always Google everything. We can't always expect this. And two, books actually act as mentors. If you don't have a mentor, a book can be a mentor. A book can share an experience or guide you to where you need to go. Yeah. So it helps you with creativity. They found out a survey where they said 67% of creatives who read are more creative than their counterparts who don't. Two, it's a trait of very successful, wealthy people, including Oprah.
Hey.
And three, it helps to open up your mind to creativity, and you're really using your imagination as you go about. So whether you're reading fiction or a help book, it opens your mind up to new ideas, new paradoxes that you haven't even thought of.
Yeah, I remember when I was much younger and I used to read Anne Rice's book. I'm sorry, I'm just talking, and why you said something about how it brings you to a different world and it opens up your mind. I remember just being I'd read a book and I get so lost in it that you sort of become the own characters and you see their ups and their downs and kind of learn inadvertently from it. So I get what you're saying about learning that. That's pretty good. That's pretty dope. Yeah. So cool. So that's why you should read, guys. And then, all right. So what happens when we know we don't want to read? What to do when you don't want to read? But all right. So
because nobody ever starts off wanting to read.
Yeah. Nobody ends up.
So how did you actually get yourself into reading? Because you're an avid reader. I'm sure you didn't start that way.
No. I liked reading, but I didn't read as much as I wanted to read because I'm just a person of multiple interests. I'm just all over the place. But I think just eventually how I got into reading is just by force of habit.
So what if you don't want to read?
If you don't want to read,
how do you break that habit?
So if you don't want to read, and the first thing I would say you really want to read books before we get into podcasting or listening to audiobooks or anything else. So you really want to read books, and that's what your thing is. The first thing to do, start small. I tell every time, don't matter how small it is, if you find one book that you want to read,
find a
small book too, not a thick one with not 10 point,
or you can break somebody neck.
Get a small book and start. You maybe can start with even a newspaper. Maybe you can start with your favorite website. What I used to do, I used to read, I still do now, read like TheVerge.com. I like reading tech articles about culture and Medium posts. So I would go on Medium and I would go there and log in, read from some of the persons there that I follow, and just check out that. And while like with Medium, it shows you how long it is. So it's a 3-minute read, a 5-minute read. So you already know how much time you have to commit. So starting small with small and little pieces of material can help to smooth you into a bigger commitment. Doing it little by little. Set small goals, achievable goals, and keep doing them each week until you get to the point. And you want to make sure that when you're reading, you don't want to be in a space where you have distractions. Turn off your phone or do not disturb on. Put it on airplane mode, turn it face down, put it across the room. You want to cut all the distractions away from you so that when you're ready to just jump into reading, your phone are going ping, 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 and you're grabbing it up and saying, TV. Oh, Victoria just messaged me. Look at this funny gif. No, you don't want any of those funny gifs. So you want to make sure that you're not distracted and you can focus on the material. Even if it's something, a 2-minute read or a 1-minute read, you want to make sure jump in that,
Start small.
start small.
When you lift weights, you don't lift the heaviest weights.
No, exactly. You don't lift the heaviest weights when you start small. And then from that, say if you're really not a reader and you don't like reading and you just can't bother with reading, which one of the more important books that I've read, I never read it actually, listened to it as an audiobook. And it was a 4 CD audiobook. It was very long. And yeah, man, it was very long. The Magic of Thinking Big by David P. Schwartz. And
we'll talk more about that.
I will talk more about that because we have a book club. So, I listen to the audiobooks. So audiobooks I find are very good, especially because you can listen to them on your way to work or on your way to school, or when you're at home stuck in the quarantine and have nothing else to do. You can just dial in and you can catch back up wherever. And sometimes it's nice to just hear someone else's voice read, and you can kind of then just envision.
It's almost like when you're growing up and you have the radio on inside your house and there's somebody there. Sometimes you catch a few things. Yeah. Other alternatives to, if you're not a book person, it's not the end of the world. As Randy said, there are audiobooks, there are podcasts, there are videos. There are actually video podcasts that, just like the one that we have, where you can actually watch the people talk and interact in it. And you can just put it in the background, do your chores, do your work. And it's funny because if something picks up on it, you're not going to miss it. If something that's important to you, you're going to pick up on it, you're going to make a note about it, is important. So find a podcast. If you're not into physical books, read blog posts. Go on Medium. There are a lot of authors there that do different niches, different categories. And what it does is it reminds us that, remember, you also have to find your style of learning, because not everyone is going to learn from a book. Some people learn better from audiobooks. Some people learn better from podcasts. So in essence, it's really just like, make sure that you keep your creative flow going, right? Reading is physically painful. Audio books are from Jah himself. Well, good to know.
Audiobooks are from Jah himself.
Good to know the Lord took time to make audiobooks. But yes, so audiobooks are great. And Amazon has a free 30-day and 2-month trial for audiobooks and Kindles. So if you're not a physical book person, you can also get Kindles. I'm a physical book person. I like collecting physical books. I grew up in a house with books, so you can do that. So check out Amazon, and they're actually, like, you can uTorrent some books. Not that you should, but you can uTorrent. There are podcast platforms. There's so much more you can do. So don't limit yourself. Find out what your style is, and you'll actually enjoy reading or listening more.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so, all right, so how do we decide what books to buy? For me, I would say, like, there are a few ways you can go about doing that. And guys, remember to drop your questions there. My screen is bugging out right now, so I can't scroll. So I'm right now looking over there to see what people are saying. Someone said podcast for me. I feel like I'm going to actually pull that a little closer, so we can actually interact with everybody.
Okay, remember, sorry, it might come into the frame.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to do this. We're adjusting a little bit.
But you now have 20/20 vision, Randy, so I need to pull it closer. I'm the person who wears glasses.
So someone says physical books are not as environmentally friendly. I understand, but I like physical books because you get to have them. You get to have them forever. You can pass them on to your kids and whatever. And I do believe in doing that. So
and when the apocalypse happens and technology takes over,
exactly,
you can have physical books.
And you can have physical books to read, because technology can be like, no, you can't log on to the internet. You have to, what you're gonna do.
Give us your
soul. So, baby mango friends, everybody fresh today. Yeah, man, yeah, everybody fresh today. We'll talk about that later.
We're all fresh today.
Yeah, so
Randy has his turtleneck and his hidden gold chain.
Just cool, not yet under, Yeah, but anyways, so how you decide what books to buy? A few ways: mentors, book lists, and problem solving. You can start by saying, what problems do I have? What problems do I need to solve? And then attack it from there. For me, I felt like I had a lot of things doing, and I wanted to learn how to focus and choose and direct myself into whatever particular area of business, work, or task that I want to do. So I went out and, like, all right, I asked a friend around, see, what books they were reading, and Googled and see what I could pop up. And I was like, oh, this book would help me really well. So starting with problem solving is usually my go-to for books, and then that kind of leads you into a network of books, because the recommendations always come up, and you see that. The next thing is book list, creating a book list, which comes into from the recommended list. If I see a book that pops up in a recommendation from the same author or another best-selling book
And
or
this is
so,
online, right?
it's online, yeah.
Okay.
I'd create a book list on Amazon, or mostly that's right. I have a few book lists on Amazon, and I just add them to there and a never-ending list, and I just purchase them as it arises, or I have extra cash and I'm like, all right, let me just buy 3, 4, 5 books and put them down. I like hoarding books until I'll buy them in advance and then I read through them a bit by bit by bit. So definitely creating a book list will really help. And then the last thing I'd say is having mentors. Like, if you have a mentor, ask your mentor what it is that he reads, or if you have someone that you follow,
or if you have a pseudo mentor, somebody that you follow who doesn't know is your mentor, like it could be a celebrity or someone, you can find out the books they read.
Exactly. And from there you can then say, because you already aligned with what it is that their interests are and your interests are, so usually the books that they will read will actually help you. Victoria, 1 second. Okay, Victoria's gone, guys. She's got. Oh, gee.
Sorry about that.
So here we are, guys. She's back. So guys, 6 feet apart, please. What if Bro God joins the live and sees you both?
That's a very good statement. However, we have a plan for this. Randy and I have actually been limiting our interactions with other people.
Yes.
I think we've limited down to 3 people.
Yeah.
Which each, right?
Yeah.
So for the past couple of weeks, actually. So we make sure that we limit the people when we meet. We hand sanitize. We have on our masks, especially Randy, when we're going out and we're coming about. So we've been very safe with each other. And we just let each other know if we're around other people or if we're still, tied to the same 3 people, us being one of the 3. So we've been taking precautions. We were aware.
And limiting our social circles. So, we know it's of a lot of concern, but that's pretty much what I've been doing. Just keeping my social circle very small. I only see the same persons because of just the things that I have to do. So, but yes, that's a good fact. Thank you. That's a good point.
We made Bro God proud.
Yes, yeah. So Vic, what do you do? All right, so you done read a book or listen to your podcast or your radio show or read your 10 articles and summaries about books. What do you do now that you've read the book? How do we take this information and use it?
One of the biggest problems that most people have is that you have 2 types of people. You have people that read a lot of books, and you have people that seldomly read books. But the most important person is the person who takes notes and practices what they read. Because there are a lot of people who read a lot of books, but they never put into practice what they read. So they're just regurgitating information and it's just theoretical. And there are lots of people who seldomly read books, but they actually put it into practice because they're actually putting that book into their life. They're putting the tips and the tools, and they will get the most out of it. So it's not about how many books you read, but it's about the notes that you take from it. So I know some people like to highlight stuff in their book. You can highlight the things that point out to you, because right now you're going through something in your life, and that phrase, that line, that tip speaks so much to you. Don't let it go. Don't be like, I'll remember which page it is. Don't lie to yourself. We love to lie to ourselves. Don't do that. Instead, highlight it. Or if you're someone like me, you don't like to mark up your books, you can just I have a dedicated book to whenever something points out to me, I write down the line or I put a sticky note, and that's it for me. So writing down the notes of the things that point out to you the most. 2, realizing how do you apply it to your life now. And 3, go back to that book. Years, months, weeks, days, whatever. After you finish that book and you realize that you're in a situation, try to recall, I must have learned something somewhere. Go back to the book, revisit it, because you're a different person with a different perspective, with new experiences. Oprah was the one that said we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we're constantly changing. So go back to the books. You don't have to reread them, but you can see the parts that actually stuck out to you the most, and you might find something else that might jump out at you. So make notes, do that, have a conversation, share, and don't forget the most important things as you go along.
Yeah, there you go, facts. And yeah, like you're talking about highlighting stuff. One thing I use, which you saw in my show your workbook,
Yeah.
the little colored tabs. So if you don't really want to mark up a book, you can have the little sticky colored tabs that you can kind of stick. It's actually a friend of mine who had lent that book. Actually, when I lent it to her, she did those colored tabs on it and
that's
stuff.
nice.
Yeah. Big up Ayana. So so you could do that also. D Sykes had asked how we felt about online courses. But I feel like maybe we could take that question after because it's not really.
We can take that question after because that has to do with creativity and so forth.
So cool.
So when was there a time in your life, Randy, where you read a book and it draped you up? Like it literally just say, yo, you need to get your life together. Like it literally just like molested your mind. And you realize, oh no. I'm in danger. What's happening?
Yeah. Oh man. All right. I would say this one is a very recent one. Essentialism. Definitely.
He's been talking about this book in every single live.
I'm gonna do a book
podcast.
review on that, guys. But essentialism really drove me because I'm the kind of person who does a lot. I like doing a lot. I like being busy. I have a lot of different skills and talents. Is that good, by the way? Sorry, I see the screen dark. So.
Yeah, we're Gucci.
Okay. So I do a lot of things. I do a lot of different things. And I'm always sometimes feel like I'm either spreading myself a little too thin or I'm doing a whole
You
heap
do
of
a
things
lot
sometimes.
of things. What do you mean by you do a lot of things?
Like for example, I have a lot of interests. So I play guitar, I like singing.
So like ADHD or you just jump to one project to the next?
I feel like it might be a little bit of ADHD actually.
I feel like our entire generation has
I feel like it might be that because I'll get very obsessive with this one thing for a few days and then booming it and then a couple days later you touch upon the shoulder and say, Randy, what happened to the thing where they work? I'm like, what thing? And I'm like, oh damn. Yeah. So for me, just reading that book, it's really pointed out. It's like you read every page and you're like, oh wow, me. That's how I feel reading that book. Like, this is exactly who I am right now and who I don't want to continue to be. And that thoroughly draped me up and lift me up by my shirt. Proper. Do you have a book that draped you up?
Yes, I did. There's this book called The Alchemist. It's a really small book, but it's one of those self-help books that are stories. I like books that have stories, like they tell you the lesson through stories. And it's technically about this guy who he goes on this journey to find himself and the treasure that he had this dream about, and he go all the way around the world just to come back to the one spot where he started, and there it was. And it was this ironic way where it kind of like it draped me up in a sense where I was being busy, but I wasn't being productive. And along with being busy or even productive, every time I go through a goal, I just go through and I just go through because for me, it's like, is this what I'm supposed to do? And that book made me realize you should stop and you should be grateful for the things that you literally prayed for and begged for.
Facts, yeah.
Like,
yep.
And you have them now and you're not even sitting down and enjoying them. And that made me, one of my routines now in the morning is I will sit down and I'll try to say at least 5 things I'm grateful for. And it's as simple as I'm so grateful for my bed, I'm so grateful for my pillows, I'm so grateful for my stove.
Yeah, small things.
Yeah, small things. Because growing up, I was really poor. I know that I don't look it because I'm fabulous. But a lot of these basic things I didn't have as a person, and I was like, I needed to get on my own, and I got them, but I never took the time to appreciate them. So every time I was moving to the next goal, it was like, what's the point? I'm just consumed. So it showed me, slow down, be productive, not busy, and remember the main goal is to, embrace yourself, because you're constantly, if you go to find yourself, we're human beings, we're always changing. We should embrace ourselves and try and make ourselves better. So that was a long prologue.
Yeah.
It was a big drape up. That's why. It was a
big drape up, yeah. Yeah, bless up Ajani, bless up Darren, bless up Mr. Wang. I see you guys popping in. Yeah, with my 2020 vision. Something there.
Mr. Wang.
Who that says? Shine says something about, rooted sister. Love your energy and vision. Yeah.
Thank
she loves you. Yeah, I think after we finish presenting our topics, we should just grab the phone and just have it so we can read the comments and stuff.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, you could start now if you want.
Phone?
Like this, it fell. My phone.
Want to
guys, my
switch
phone
phones?
fell. Yeah, and yeah. Let's do that.
Hold on. Put
Yeah, we're switching phones, guys, because my phone fell and it's being a weirdo right now. So we're switching. I'm going to tell you a story about that right later. Hurry up and tell
You
the
know
camera
what,
off, because the people
Randy?
are on the live.
You know
They
what,
just hear-
Randy? Please don't scandalize me.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell people how you abuse me, right?
No! Sure, guys. Tell me if you guys can still hear us. We're here still. Okay, cool, great. Please.
Randy Richards.
Hi everybody. I can't even wave to people from here, but you guys know. Okay, wow, we have a lot of people jumped in. Hi, Icon, Rebecca.
This is so nice.
Yeah. We should probably do. Yeah, look at that, man.
Yeah,
that's so
really
much better.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so much better,
Yeah,
guys. We should have done this all the time.
Yeah.
All right, so you know what we should do? We should log in from this phone and stream from that phone. So we just log into the profile from this. So if it's my week to host, I'll log in on your phone and you log in on mine. So we can just keep the phone there. Yeah,
that's perfectly fine.
Okay, fine. We figured out a solution. That's one thing I like, guys. With problems, you always get new solutions. So bless up Icon, bless up Rebecca, Dury, back again. Mikey, Asir, Gabby. What's going on?
Oh, big up Kadia. Thank you so much. Almost every week she's on our live. She's giving us feedback. She's
big up
amazing.
Kadia.
Thank you guys.
Oh, Roy says, bro, how is your beard this marvelous? I am literally going to do a beard like tutorial and show my routine, fam. Like, yeah. So Dury says,
show the beard.
Yeah, here it is. Beard. All right, cool. There we go. Dury says, a book called Tribes. We need you to lead us. Drape me up right through. Drop some more notes about like why did drape you up, Dury, so we can share with the people. Baby Mango friends are fresh individuals. Hi, Alicia. For everybody who joined a little bit late, we're here talking about books and why creatives should read. And you're gonna learn today. And you're getting drape up. We talked about drape up stories, what to do when you don't want to read. Feel free to drop some questions.
Alternatives to books, like podcasts, audios, videos.
Yeah. Facts. So feel free to drop. We're here for the entire hour. We have about 2 more topics to go over.
Yeah.
And then we're going to wrap up. So please feel free to share any books that you guys read.
And use the question button if you have any questions as well.
Don't use the question button. Because I can't. Yeah,
okay.
So just drop your questions in the comments right here. Finally, then I can dress up like you all the time. All right. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna film one. Cool. Wow. So let's talk about it's our book club. It's book club.
It's book club time.
Book club. All right, Vic. I'm gonna get. This is all you, Vic.
Oh, guys. So Randy and I know that we've been talking about books for a super long time.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided that we're going to create a monthly book club where we have a book that we're going to read for the month. And then at the end of every month, Randy or we're going to share our notes. Mm-hmm. So even if you don't have the books, you will get the nitty-gritty of what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. So that's great. If you want to sign up, go to The Creative Weekly on Instagram and click the link in the bio and sign up for our newsletter. We'll also be giving out freebies, tools, and exclusive stuff that we don't give out here.
Newsletters,
or we don't share here. So if you want that good,
and we all want that good newsletter stuff.
Then you go and sign up, and it's really simple. Your first name, your email, that's it. And we don't spam you. We don't believe in that spam culture.
No. We don't believe in giving. Giving is we're a giving group of people. So
again, we're the Creative Weekly, content created by creatives for creatives to help you grow professionally and personally.
And we have a lot more to come. We have a lot of things that we're going to be sharing and doing and creating. It is the Creative Weekly. We're going to be collaborating. We're going to a lot of stuff is going to be hybrid. Yes, we're very fancy. And we have 2 camera angles on our live because we're cool like that. And yeah, so we're going to have a lot. We're going to spend, we're pretty much done with covering about books. So I'm going to actually open up to if there are any other topics that you guys actually want to talk about, since we have a lot of time left. Let's do that.
Yeah. Again, guys, we have a book giveaway.
Oh yes, we have a book giveaway.
So if you and a friend want 2 books each, not one book for your friend,
not one, but 2.
2 of you get 2 books.
Yeah.
If you want that, go to the Creative Weekly and look for our giveaway post. The books are there. and it's free. We'll handle the shipping for you guys.
To wherever you are in the world.
Please post a link for the book club in your story. We're gonna
go to the Creative Weekly.
Go to the Creative Weekly.
Sign up for the newsletter.
And sign up for the newsletter.
That's how you get into book club.
That's how you get into book club. First rule about book club: don't talk about book club.
Oh Jesus! No, you guys, we actually needed to talk about.
Okay, we need first rule about book club: talk about book club.
Yeah.
Second rule about book club: we don't fight, but we drink wine. I hope that's okay. Cheers. You drink wine. Ching.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, guys, drop any questions you guys have. Oh wait, the phone is dying. It's not dying. I'm making. Oh, I just sent a 6. If you're not a 6, no girl don't want you, Victoria.
If you're not a 6, no girl don't want you.
No, we're not. Baby Mango friend says we're drunk, but we're not. We're just whiny. But yeah, we are. What time is it?
It is 1:31.
It's 1:31. We
actually have some time to, guys, let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk, guys. Let's talk. Like, what's going on? We're here. We actually have a lot of time left with you guys.
I think we wanted to make this a little bit shorter because we wanted to like engage with you guys. The podcast, for all of you, it's live, right? We're live on IGTV. We're recording. When we publish it, this is where we're answering questions in real time. We're talking about what you want to know. Comment below. Don't be afraid. We have a talkative community.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yes. Yeah, something that says, Baby Mango friend says, cognitive disabilities and the creative industries. Wow.
Cognitive disabilities and
you want to expound?
What defines cognitive disabilities before I expound?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? And is Juju here? Where's Juju?
Juju?
Yeah.
Oh, Jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think Jewel is here this week. I actually haven't
Jewel?
seen. Yeah, I haven't seen Jewel or Jik or Joby. None of the J's.
None of the J's.
None of our J3s are here. What are J3s?
The J3s.
Oh, I also want to big up Kokab, who was our 100th follower on Instagram.
Thank you, Kokab.
Yeah, she's not here, but check out. No, so we'll big her up.
We are at 100 followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
Thank
Kokab.
you guys.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. We're at 10 subscribers now on YouTube. Honestly, guys, the most important thing for us is really not the following. It's just that you guys feel like this is actually helping you and it's something that you love.
Yeah.
That's what's going to motivate us to make more, right?
Yeah.
So follow us, show your support. Let us know what you want to hear from us.
That's important. Feel free, shoot us, drop us a line, a DM, and we'll just, we're always here. We're on like Donkey Kong, so just talk to us. Yeah. All right, cool. You can have the phone for now.
Oh, I can have the phone now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm turn up the AC. Look at this.
Baby Mango is saying something.
Yeah. Somebody commented about my turtleneck and my wine.
Let me read that one.
My turtleneck and my wine.
Watch the man, LOL, turtleneck and wine, all these things.
Yeah, I mean, fam, we're not going out anywhere anyway, so I might as well dress up on a Friday and drink wine. Well.
And I like the turtleneck. I told him this. The turtleneck looks really nice on him. Yeah. I think he has more than one turtleneck.
I definitely have more than one turtleneck.
Question, guys, I have to ask you this. I know it's a little bit off topic, but do you think it's tacky to have a turtleneck and a gold chain, or do you think it's nice to have a turtleneck and a gold chain? And I want to hear from the ladies mostly.
Jesus. Oh gosh.
Because I would love to hear. And also, guys, all right, so people, have capacity to read and comprehend. Oh,
Jay Bree is here. Hi, Jay Bree.
Hi.
Just jumping on late, but yeah.
Jay Bree, what's up, girl? All right, so cognitive disability and the creative industry. People who don't have capacity to read and comprehend. Oh, so what you're talking about in uptown terms is people who are illiterate but are in the creative community. And guys, there are lots of people in Jamaica that are illiterate and are in Jamaica and they're functioning properly. They're functioning well.
Yeah,
and they're doing courses and they're doing what they need to do. LOL, gold neck and chain.
Man said turtleneck and gold neck. Bless up Mark Cameron. Bless up Mark. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
This is right there. Weather application forms. Yeah. John Stefan. Yeah, walk on Virgin. Bless up.
Jambread said, "Woy, turtleneck and chain." That's what I say too.
Fam, if you guys have ever seen the picture of the Rock in the turtleneck and chain with the fanny pack, every time I think of a chain out, that's exactly what I think about.
Well,
and I'm like,
Sam Seco said, "I like it personally. It gives off a classy vibe. So do I."
Thank you, Sam.
And pass through. Somebody passed through.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Oh, we're discussing about books, creatives that read. Oh, somebody had a question earlier about online courses.
Yeah, it was D Sykes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was asking about what do we think? What's our opinion on online courses and stuff like that? And I was saying, I think online courses are good. You just have to make sure that you check, you do your research and see if the content is what you want. You know, just like how you search
Yeah.
for a mentor or search for, you know, a course that you do in school before you pay for it. You look and make sure that the course details, the kind of engagement is
accredited,
geared towards your
or
learning
you have a
style, or it's accredited or a certificate, so it's reputable from a well-known industry or person leader that you can say, oh, you learned from this person,
Yeah.
and that can sell you, because this is an investment in your, you know, career and your knowledge base and everything for you as a freelancer or so on. So you have to invest time into researching
And
who those
sometimes
persons.
instead of taking a university course, I do believe that
Oh,
you
JB
should go
says
to.
try Harvard website. They have some good ones.
There we go. I
Yeah.
do believe that you should go to university when you know what you want to study, or it's a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that for some courses, instead of going to university and paying 100K, you can find free online courses that can help you. However, there are some people who need to have a class structure in order for them to learn. They need that
Yeah,
structure.
learning style.
And that's okay. So online courses are good. You just have to see if it's good for you, if it's from a reputable brand, or if it's accredited, like Randy said.
Yeah, cool. Hi, Mr. Eddie Daughter. Cool.
Who's
So,
Mr. Eddie Daughter?
a friend of mine, my brethren's sister. So yeah, what we did, we spoke about today on the live. We spoke about books. Why is it important to read? How to choose, you know, books, alternatives to reading. If you don't like to read, what do you do after reading? And, you know, drape up stories. So
Oh, I also wanted to say, sorry to I know a lot of people always say like you should read like books on investment and finances
Yeah.
and business. But for me personally, I have to mix it up. I
Yeah.
have to read books that
Variety
are
is the spice of
serious,
life,
and I have
guys.
to read books that are like fiction, funny and laughable, just to give my brain a break. And sometimes you can find like really good life advice from fictional books. So don't think you have to stick to a certain type of genre to be classified as smart or intelligent. You can find knowledge anywhere. You just have to look for it. Will you guys be teaching about investments in business? All right, so my name is Victoria Taylor. I'm a digital and content marketer, and this is
So,
Randy.
Hi, I'm Randy Richards. I'm a filmmaker, photographer, and director of photography.
All right, we're not investment officers. We're not going to misguide you. However, if you need anything on videography, photography, or the creative industry and digital marketing and content, we are your people.
Yeah.
Check out Too Black to Succeed by
Valerie Dixon. Okay, thanks, Mark.
That's
All right,
a
I'll check
badass
that out.
book, yeah.
Mark is really cool. Mark is who I purchased my first car from.
Oh, hi,
Yeah,
Mark.
it was a Suzuki Samurai, a 1996 Suzuki. It was my favorite vehicle. I sold that vehicle a couple years back, Mark. It served me well. Yeah, except for the engine problems.
Why you loading
But
up, Mark?
I loved it. I really loved it. Yeah.
All right, Too Black to Succeed, and I think that's a really good book to have, especially again as Pan Caribbean people, because we do have a mentality where we and online whiteness is associated with success. Right? And it's one of the conversations I had with a friend where he's saying like every time he follows motivation pages, it's a white person in a suit and success. And I actually catered because you can change your feed on Instagram. I catered my feed to see successful black women and successful black men. So my brain automatically associates blackness and success together.
Yeah.
So those are little things. I think you guys should really grab that book and read it, especially not to sound like ooh, Africa. But we should really take note of it because it's an actual thing.
Yeah. Something that Darren had asked Jambreds, he said, are we talking about audiobooks? Yes, we are talking about audiobooks, all types of books. Audiobooks, picture books, reading books, books that help you learn. However, whatever your method of learning and engagement with the content is, book. Hey, Vegan Wild Heart. Mafia asked what kind of books for investments. Do you have any books about investment that you can recommend?
You can use The Millionaire Next Door. That's a book about investments. And you can also read The Smart Investor. I would also say Money Mondays. I don't remember her name. Money Mondays. She does every Monday, and now since Corona, during the week, she does videos on YouTube about investments, about the stock industry.
Oh, you need to send me that link.
And she's Jamaican too. She's phenomenal. how she explains things, it's jam-packed, informative investing. I can't remember her name, but she's just amazing, and it's called Money Mondays. Just go on YouTube,
follow our newsletter, and we'll share some of
follow
these.
our newsletter,
And we'll share
the information with you, as well as the books.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. All right. Any other questions, guys? Let me know if you have any questions about books, any book recommendations, books you want to talk about,
book experiences,
any book experiences you want to change. You think we should have anybody jump on? Have anybody jump on lives? No, maybe next season.
Maybe next season.
Yeah, next season. Yeah. But any books, anything about books, you guys?
Want to controlled.
Yeah. yeah.
Anything that you guys, or what are questions that you guys have for us that you've been meaning to ask us, that you want to know about us or the Creative Weekly? Drop them down. This is a very, very interactive.
Kalila Reynolds. The problem said Kalila. Is that the person about Money Mondays?
Yes.
Kalila Reynolds.
Yes.
Okay.
Kalila Reynolds.
Yeah, he's a photographer.
She is phenomenal, and she has such a warm,
she's pretty dope. She's actually dope.
I turn on my notifications every Monday. I just turn it on, put down the phone, and I just listen to her talk about the stock market, which stocks to go into, and she explains how to invest. So simple.
Yes, it's popped up in my feed. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So like, if you've never done investing before, I have stocks. And I have stocks because of her, Kalila Reynolds, because I listen to her Money Mondays, because she explains it so simple. When a new IPO public offer comes out, she explains if it's a good offer, should you do it, should you not do it, and she gives you some really good reasons. Sorry, I love it. I'm fangirling right now. Kalila Reynolds, wherever you are, thank you for being a beautiful, powerful Black woman talking about money.
Yeah, you know, a good book, I just remember that I read, was it by Kimala? It was about starting a small business in Jamaica.
Yes, she has that book.
So when I just registered my first business, no, it was my second business actually. But it was my first media business, photography and videography. That book was what guided me through the steps of how to register. Yeah, would you like some more, Randy?
I will. Randy.
Oh wow, this week. Oh, turning. All right, great.
Randy always peer pressure me about why you guys just don't see it because it's offline.
Sure.
Here?
What's her name? We'll find her. Bree, just message me or Victoria, and we'll just send a link to her Instagram.
And you can join the Creative Weekly newsletter.
And you can join the Creative Weekly newsletter, and we'll share the information.
All of that with you.
But yeah, that book. I don't remember the name of the book, but it was a really dope book. That guided me through. And I really like that it was what impressed me. It was by a Jamaican person. It was very tuned to the Jamaican audience.
Kimala from the lab, right?
From the lab, yeah.
And
Kimala.
I've worked at the lab.
Yeah.
She's a very
Yeah, and that was many years ago. And up to this day, I still hear about that book up to this day, and I recommend it to people.
And you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
There are a lot of amazing Jamaican authors. It's just one, not a lot of people know about them, which is probably the publicity. Two, some of the book covers are not very appealing. Some of the book covers look like trash. Right? Some of you guys need to work on that. And three, we have amazing authors here in Jamaica that write about some stuff that appeals to our economy and what we need to do. So research them, look out for them. As you said, what you were saying, the book?
Yeah, Kimala. Yeah. So yeah, it's a really good book.
If you want to know that book and more, since you guys are asking us a lot about investing, our next newsletter will be on the books that we've suggested.
Yes.
The YouTube channel that we're suggesting, so you can work your investment as a creative.
Yeah.
Again, we are not investing consultants. We're just two smart creatives that like to manage their money properly. So we'll share what we know with you.
So Umberto is asking what's the name of someone's site. I'm not sure whose site you're talking about. Could you let me know which site you're talking about? And who is the her? If it's Victoria, your website, Victoria Taylor Marketing.
Oh yeah, my website is victoriataylormarketing.com.
Yeah, Victoria's website is victoriataylormarketing.com, and you could just go to our Instagram and you'll see the links there.
All the links there.
All the links
freebies,
are there.
Tuesday tips, free marketing.
If you're talking about Kalila Reynolds, we don't know her Instagram name, but if you follow the Creative Weekly newsletter, we'll be sure to share that in one of our upcoming newsletters.
Yep.
Or you can, just Google Kalila Reynolds. She'll pop up.
Or sign up for our newsletter.
Or sign up for the newsletter. That's probably better. Yeah. The author, Kimala Bennett.
Yeah, Kimala
Bennett. I don't know her Instagram, but if you type in Kimala Bennett,
you'll find her.
She's pretty easy to
find.
Or
you can go to the Lab Jamaica.
Yeah.
The Lab Jamaica on Instagram.
Oh, for the investments. Who are you talking about? Money Mondays? Is that the
Money Mondays.
Yeah, that's Kalila Reynolds.
That's Kalila Reynolds.
Mondays. Yeah.
Kalila Reynolds, Money Mondays. Amazing, guys. You don't even need to watch the video. Just turn it on, go through your day, listen to her talk. She's amazing.
Author for the book. Which investments book author?
We have the Smart Investor. We have the we have the Millionaire Next Door. Those are
we don't know the author, but just they're popular books. So
Yeah.
once you look them up, I don't know the author off the top of my head, but you'll find them.
They're popular books. So once you type them in, I think Napoleon Hill writes the
Millionaire Next Door.
Millionaire Next Door, and I think Smart Investor is a book that was encouraged by Warren Buffett.
Yeah, okay, cool. There you go. So drop those in. All right. Any other questions,
Salut.
people? Salut.
Wait.
Yeah, wait.
Why this look more? No.
Victoria.
Randy, no.
Victoria, wait, mine's less?
Yeah,
No, because I drank some already.
Randy,
no,
Randy,
Victoria.
let's equal
So you see the kind of peer pressuring that's happening. All right. So you see how she
goodness.
spoke about peer pressuring,
If
she's the one who's actually peer pressuring me, guys.
Here,
You
how
see that?
Randy peer pressure
So-
me about what? Victoria, why is the glass still full?
I see. So
Look.
yeah. So any other questions about books and any books that you guys have read? Well, Berto, I won't know how you would learn how to invest. You'd have to read the book and then you learn from
check
it.
out
How
Money
you learn is
Mondays.
up to you, and check out Money Mondays. So, but yeah, I didn't write the book, so I couldn't tell you that. Bless up Caesar, we're here, man. Bless up Think It. You're jumping in a little late. We're gonna end soon. Cause I think your phone's dying. Is that why it's dim?
No, I just turned on the lights.
It wasn't that dim all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, it's auto dim.
it's on 3%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
All
gonna
right.
die.
So we're gonna end pretty soon, guys. So let's just wrap up before we reach the wire. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up?
Just a reminder, guys, we have a book giveaway. 2 books.
Not one, but two.
Not one, but 2 for 2 people. So one person each is gonna get
So it's
2
technically
books.
4 books.
So it's technically 4 books valued at $50 US. So if you
Mm-hmm.
guys want those amazing books, and these are books that we have read ourselves, and we
Yes.
know that these are books that you should have.
Have you read Show Your Work?
No, not yet.
But I've read Show Your Work. She's read Damn Good Advice. So we should do a book swap.
Yeah, so we should do
let's
a book swap.
Yeah.
And we'll do that. And guess what? We have a book club that Randy's going to share his tips.
Yes, there
And
we
Randy,
go.
tell us about that.
And then I'll be sharing sharing book summaries about the book. So I'll be reading a book. I think we'll share 1 book a month.
Yeah.
And we'll write summaries and it'll be delivered in our newsletter. And I probably will do a video too because I really wanted to do a video about the book reviews. So there's probably going to be some videos too.
Yeah,
But
so we'll do video book reviews.
yeah, but we definitely have a book club, 1 book a month, and we'll be sharing that via newsletter. And our book giveaways do continue. Bless up Ross Constable,
Yeah.
Big Bad Editor, just logged in. We're about to wrap up soon.
Our book giveaway ends
but yeah.
May 1st, so next week Friday
Yes.
we'll be announcing the winner, so you guys have some time to enter. And remember that we have the book club, right? But we were saying that after COVID has ended,
Yeah.
we would have a physical meet and greet with all the Creative Weekly people.
Yeah.
Not now, because we understand what's going on, but join the newsletter so that when all this passes over, we're gonna have wine, we're gonna meet somewhere cool, we're gonna talk, laugh, comment Randy's turtleneck and beard
yeah.
and all this.
Watch Victoria pressure me into drinking wine. Facts.
It's not facts.
But
Oh
yeah,
my
guys,
gosh.
so we're gonna wrap up soon. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
I'm Randy Richards, and this is my lovely host, co-host,
Victoria Taylor.
Victoria Taylor, and we are the Creative Weekly.
Hi guys, remember, creative content created by creatives for creatives to help you grow professionally and personally.
And there's that SEO.
Are you a creative professional, entrepreneur, or millennial trying to get your life together?
Introducing the Creative Weekly, a podcast made for creatives by creatives.
Not FDA approved, but good enough.
Side effects include laughing, learning, and if left untreated, can lead to success.
See a doctor right away if you experience a new business idea, professional and personal growth,
Or internal bleeding.
it's time to get your shit together.
And be creative.
Try the Creative Weekly podcast today.